practice this morning, we'll need a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, feel free to use hardback books, jars, just something you have two of, relatively the same size. That can take a little pressure and a little weight. And then I've got a little blanket underneath my sit bones. That might come in handy for cushion for the knees later. My name is Sarah. I'll be leading you through your practice this morning. From an easy seated pose, start to ground down through your sit bones. Maybe rocking the spine side to side, front to back, just allowing a little movement here between your vertebrae. And then allow your spine to find its tallest potential as your shoulders begin to stack up over your hips, your ears over your shoulders, crown of your head reaches up towards the sky, and your jaw is parallel to the earth. The backs of the eyes and the jaw are soft as you breathe in and out. Getting to connect with your breath here, not trying to change it or manipulate it, but just meeting it wherever it is today. Just to observe and watch how the breath moves in and out of your body. How your shoulders can soften away from your ears. How your chest and your belly can soften so they can puff up as they receive breath. And soften even more as they exhale and release. Just noticing as you breathe in and out here if any intentions have arose from you, for you, something you would like to focus your attention on as we breathe and flow through our poses. Maybe it's dedicating your practice to someone who needs a little extra love, extra light today, and that person can be you. Taking your intentions and placing them in the center of your yogi heart, right in the middle of your chest, and then bring your hands to meet in Anjali Mudra. We'll begin our practice by oming together. First, clear out all the air in your body. Big exhale. Inhale fully. Open mouth, exhale. One more big, generous inhale. And breathe it all the way out. Inhaling to prepare to om. Om. Beginning to shift forward. Maybe bringing your blanket underneath your knees to create a little extra cushion there. Your blocks are at the top of your mat, just in case you'd like to use them to create some extension for the arms, to create new shapes in your body. We'll meet in tabletop pose, shoulders over wrists rather, hips over knees. Soften in your elbows, press firmly through your fingers, the palms of your hands. As you inhale, peel your head, your hips, your gaze even towards the sky. As you exhale, round, navel to spine, chin to chest, gaze towards your knees. Inhale to lift the heart through the biceps, soften in your elbows. Exhale to relax your chin down, pull navel to spine for your cat pose. One more round, your whole inhale. Maybe the corners of your mouth lift as well. It's a smile. Exhale, round to your cat pose. Pressing your heart through your shoulders to the sky. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, bring your toes to touch, your hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the earth. Feel free to rock side to side here, massaging out your third eye on the mat. You can touch with that place of intuition here. 2 more breaths in your child's pose, just to explore how the breath moves through the body here. Your next inhale, rise back to your tabletop. Take your right hand out in front of you, thumb up, pinky down. Bring it to the earth and then cross it over. And then sit your hips back, breathing deeply into the back of your right shoulder as your head softens towards the earth. Big breath in here and out. One more generous inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Come back to center. Crawl your shoulders up over your wrist. This time, left hand extends out in front of you. Thumbs up. Cross it over. Sit your hips back, breathing now into the back of the left shoulder. That hand can slide towards your body a little bit as your hips lower. Breathing 2 generous inhales and exhales. Inhale back to center. Shoulders stacked back over wrist. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Gaze towards your toes, maybe even your kneecaps, as you pedal out your legs, bending one knee then the other. Giving your dog a walk this morning, maybe wagging out your dog's tail. Pressing firmly into the palms, the fingers, soft bend in the elbows. Shoulders make their way away from your ears. We'll take an inhale to stack shoulders over wrist. Hover the knees towards the earth, hovering table. With an exhale, tone your core, lift your hips up and back, down dog. We'll find 2 more. Your whole inhale to hover table. Your whole exhale to your down dog. One more time, your breath, not my cues. You've got this. Exhale it up and back. Inhale, this time knees come all the way down. Stay for your exhale. Your next breath in, right leg extends back behind you for balancing table, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, pull knee to elbow, underneath you. Inhale, reach the arm and leg out long. Different this time, as you exhale, bend the leg, reach behind you, or above your body rather, for your toes. Maybe you touch, maybe you actively reach. Inhale to find length. Exhale, elbow and knee towards one another, underneath. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, find your toes or reach for them. Equally important. Inhale. Exhale, pull yourself together, yogis. One more big breath in, reach. As you exhale, maybe this time you capture the foot. If not, just actively reaching. Peeling your left shoulder up over right, opening your heart, inhale. Stay for exhale. Inhale, find your extension. Exhale, all 4 limbs back to the mat. Sway your hips side to side. Maybe your head goes in the opposite direction as your hips. Keep it long through the sides and back of the neck. We'll come back to center, inhale. Stay for your exhale. Your next breath in, left leg extends back behind you. Right arm out in front, big breath in, lengthen out. Exhale, elbow and knee underneath you. Inhale to extend arm and leg. Exhale, find your toes or actively reach. Inhale to reach, soft bend in the left elbow. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, maybe find your toes. One more time. Inhale, reach. Maybe this time you capture the toes. If not, just reaching. Right shoulder peels up over left. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. One more big breath in. And out. Your inhale, find your extension. Exhale, back to the mat, all 4 limbs. Rock your hips side to side. Head goes in the same direction or opposite, maybe rounds down. Chin to chest. Tuck your toes. Exhale your way to downward facing dog. Maybe sliding your blanket out of your way, but keep it handy in the case you would like to use it. Start to tippy toe your way towards the top of your mat. Take your time getting to the top of the mat. And when you do, find a rag doll. So feet are wider than hips distance. Hands come to opposite biceps or elbows. And it's like you're drawing a figure 8 with your elbows on the earth underneath you. Keep your knees soft. Swaying side to side, letting your head be heavy. Your toes are relaxed. The weight is in the balls of the feet and the heels, but mostly the balls of the feet. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Toe heel your feet hip distance. Inhale for a half lift. Soft knees, retracting and lifting through the arches of the feet. Allow that lift to travel up your shins, up the quads. Lower belly pulls up and in, shoulders back and down, heart lifts. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, letting that engagement ripple up your body. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale to your half lift, soft knees. Exhale, surrender. Keep the long spine, soft knees. Inhale, rise. Extended mountain pose. Arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Tadasana at the top of your mat. Big breath in. Stay for your breath out. Allow yourself to feel grounded here. Maybe shifting your weight through all 4 corners of each foot evenly. Spread the toes out nice and wide. They're good for balance. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, cactus your elbows. Lift through your heart. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Armpit and gaze up towards the sky. Big inhale. Stay for breath out. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. One full breath. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive. Lift through the heart. Let your heart be the thing that leads your way down to your forward fold. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Soft bend in the elbows, strong through the fingers and hands. One or both knees can come down. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower all the way, belly, chest, thighs, elbows straight up. Walk your legs out nice and long behind you. Back of your head is an extension of your spine. Inhale, keeping the spine long, retract the shoulders, press even the tops of the pinky toes down into the earth to lift your heart a little higher. Inhaling for cobra. Exhaling to lower down. 2 more with the breath. Inhaling to retract the shoulders, elbows back towards your heels. Lift your heart. Exhale, lower. 1 more time through. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Plant your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale, plank or table, you pick. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips lift up and back. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, tippy toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, clear the lungs. Inhale to travel. They can be steps. Fold when you get to the top of your mat. Take a breath in to find your half lift. Retract your shoulders. Lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Extended mountain pose. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in. Stay for exhale. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, lift the heart, cactus elbows, squeeze inner thighs, ground through the feet. Inhale, Tadasana. Side body stretch, you pick which way, we're going both. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, other side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Inhale. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale as you lower all the way or halfway. Inhale for cobra, been there before, or up dog. For up dog, shoulders are stacked over wrist. Heart is pulling through the biceps. Core is toned. 4 points of contact. Hands and tops of the feet only. Knees and thighs are lifted. Inhale here. Exhale. Abs bring hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale it all the way out. Inhale, tippy toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, clear the lungs. Inhale to travel, they can be steps. Fold when you get to the top of your mat. Inhale here for a half lift. Exhale to surrender. Inhale, rise, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Right leg lifts for Ekapada Tadasana. Right knee no higher than the right hip. Bring your elbows down, your shoulders down, to where your forearms are parallel to the earth. Take the fingers out nice and wide here. Big breath in. As you exhale, pull navel to spine, hips rather, over standing hill. Beautiful. Flexing the toes on the lifted foot will help. We'll meet in a warrior 3. So launching forward with the heart, back with the right ball of the foot. Arms can go where arms need to go. Try to get the hips level here so that the top of the right hip bone is still pointing down towards your mat. Same thing with the pinky toe. Maybe arms reach up overhead, inhale. Bend that standing leg a lot. Meet me in warrior 1, so the back heel is lowered. You'll see me toe heeling my front foot a little wider so that my hips now can square the top of my mat. I might even step that back foot up a little closer, so shortening and widening my stance here. Hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to heart. Big inhale, arms reach up. One more time, exhale, hands over the third eye into your heart space. A little different this time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the lower back for a chest expansion. Hands can come to opposite elbows, or fingers can clasp, but lift the heart. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Exhale, stay where you are, tone through the core. Squeeze the inner thighs. One more. Your next exhale, humble warrior. Feet stay where they are. Upper body dives down. Shoulders reaching towards the front of your space. Hips reaching back. Head is heavy. If you shake it out, no and yes. Trust those strong legs underneath you. They'll hold you. And if they don't, you're only like a foot away from the ground here, right? We're good. With an inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale to rebend the front knee. Inhale, reach up. Take a standasana to the back of your space. So the toes flex up towards the sky on the left leg. Your hands can come underneath your shoulders for a little added support here. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Find a big heart opener here. And as you exhale, thumb goes away from you. Maybe finding a little bind here. Remember, you can always bind just with the back of your yoga pants, top of your hip. But peeling left shoulder up over right, inhale. And as you exhale, bring your chin towards the earth, away from the sky. Feeling some openness on the left side of the neck, big breath in. And out. Inhale, left arm sweeps up back towards the sky. As you exhale, crawl forward to the top of your space. Plant down through your right hand, lift your left arm up for a twist. Stay here for your exhale. Start to engage the inner thighs, floating that bottom hand up. Keep your twist, but allow your shoulders to stack over your hips. Beautiful job. Left hand finds your heart, and then it goes to meet the right. Hips square up to the front of the space. Open them up, warrior 2, arms to T. Front knee stacked directly over front heel. Arms are reaching in opposing directions. Externally rotating through the front hip, internally rotating through the back hip. Big breath in here. Heels engaged towards one another. Light up those inner thighs. Inhale. Nice big breath out. Inhale. Arms sweep up overhead. Front knee bends. As you exhale, take the hands behind the lower back. You pick the clasp. Big breath in here. As you exhale, rest your chin towards your chest. Inhale, sweeping it over towards one direction or the other. You pick. Exhale it back to center. Inhale, other side. Keep your inner thighs working. Exhale, lower. Beautiful job. Inhale, arms reach out to T. Hinge forward a whole lot. Trikonasana setup. Tick-tock arms down and up. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring the palms of your hands in towards your heart. Elbows stay away from each other. Inhale, arms reach out. Exhale, pull all that energy into your heart, into your intention. One more big inhale. And out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Stay here for your exhale. Your next inhale, straighten your front leg. Big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Step it back, plank pose, to downward facing dog. You choose your route, going through your vinyasa, or choosing to skip it all and just simply lifting hips up and back. Using your core to find down dog in any of your routes. Big breath in here. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more to reconnect to your breath, to breathe into your intentions. Inhale, tippy toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, clear the lungs. Inhale to travel, they can be steps. Fold when you get there. Breath in, half lift. Breath out, surrender, soft knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, left leg lifts for Ekapada Tadasana. One leg, mountain pose. Forearms parallel to the earth. Drop your shoulders. Big inhale. Pull the core in. Hips over, standing heel. 2 more breaths. Warrior 3 is where we will meet. Virabhadrasana 3. Hips stay square, pinky toe stays dialing down. Think about the capital letter T. Make that shape with your body. Soft bend in the standing leg will allow your body to calibrate for balance. Fall out 3 times, get up 4. When you're ready, arms reach up overhead, inhale. Exhale, bend that front leg a lot. Back heel comes down. Find your footing for warrior 1. Find your hip placement towards the top of your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, pull it all down. 1 more time, just like that. It's different this time. Inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, they come behind the lower back. You choose the clasp, make it the funny way. So maybe the opposite pinky's on top if your hands are clasped. Opposite arm is on top if you've got Morpheus arms like mine. Inhale here. Exhale, rebend through the front knee, squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to support your core. 1 more. Your next exhale, hinge forward into your humble warrior. Shoulders forward, hips back. Let the left hip help too. Head is heavy, maybe shake it out, yes, no. Spread those toes out, really helpful for balance. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Standasana to the back of your space. Bend your left knee deeply. Heel can come off of the earth. Your left hand comes down, right arm sweeps up, inhale. As you exhale, take the hand behind the lower back. Find your bind. Inhale, reach up with the heart and the gaze. As you exhale, keep your heart lifted, but lower your chin down towards your left hand. Big breath into the right side of the neck. And out, keep the space. One more. Inhale, right arm sweeps up towards the sky. As you exhale, make your way back to the top of your mat. Plant down through your left hand, right arm sweeps up for your twist. Stay for your exhale, rebend the front knee. Start to engage the inner thighs, press down through the feet to lift the shoulders up over your hips. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Right hand finds your heart, and then the front of your space. And then open it up, warrior two. Bending through the front leg, heel to arch alignment-ish. External rotation of the front hip, internal rotation of the back hip. Arms reach out, shoulders stack directly over hips. So we're not hinging forward here, we're not hinging back, we're right on top. So maybe even take your hands to your shoulders, your hips. Look for that little rectangle. Inhale, arms extend. Stay for your exhale. Beautiful. Start to straighten the front leg. Hands clasped behind the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to sweep it towards either shoulder. We'll do both. Exhale, bring it back down to center. Other side. Inhale. Exhale it back to center. Head lifts, arms to T. Hinge forward with the shoulders, back with the hips. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Soft bend in the front knee. Big inhale. Exhale, pull the palms of the hands in, elbows away. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale to pull it in. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rebend the front leg. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stay for your exhale. Your next inhale straightens the front leg, puts a little more space into the side of the right body. Inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel your way down. Hands frame your front foot. Plank pose to downward facing dog. You choose your route. Use your breath to lead your hips up and back when you're ready. Big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Start to come back to your hovering table. Knees hover, shoulders over wrist. And then carefully place those knees all the way down. Take your feet long behind you. Meet me in a hero's pose. For hero's pose, feel free to bring a block or blanket underneath your sit bones to take a little pressure off the knees. Or just simply feel free to bring your seat to the earth if hero's pose with or without the props is not helping. So we'll take a big breath in and we'll take our hands to our lower back and then bring both knuckles over to the left side body. You'll have a little chicken wing over here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Sweeping the chin towards one shoulder, then the other with inhale. Exhaling it down. Other side, inhale. Exhale down. Take your knuckles over to the other hip. Chicken wing on the other side, big breath in. Stay for exhale. Inhale it over to one side. Exhale down. Inhale, other side. Exhale back to center with the chin, the knuckles. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, wrap your hands along the sides of your body, arms follow. Bring your forehead to the earth for Balasana, child's pose. Feel free to rock your head side to side, massaging out that space of intuition. I'm going to go through that same flow, one breath ditch me at any time, especially if my cues are faster than your breath. When you're ready, inhale to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, tippy toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, clear the lungs. Inhale to travel. They can be steps, fold when you get there. Breath in, half lift. Breath out, surrender. Inhale, rise. Right leg reaches up with you, Ekapada Tadasana. As you exhale, hands through heart center. Big breath in. Exhale your way to warrior three. Big breath in here. As you exhale, bend the front knee, warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring it into the heart. Two more. Inhale. And out. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, pull it down. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, clasp the hands behind the lower back. Inhale, chest lifts. Right away, humble warrior breath out. 2 breaths in and out here. Head is heavy, legs are strong. Inhale, makes your way up overhead with the arms, Standasana to the back of the mat. Plant down the right hand, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, find your bind. Big breath in, chin lifts. Exhale, lower the chin. One big round of breath in and out. Inhale, reaches left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, takes your way to the top of your mat. Next breath in, left arm reaches up. Exhale, engage the inner thighs and rise. Left hand to the heart, the front of the mat. Open it up, warrior two. Exhale, hands clasped, front leg straightens. Big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Sweep it over. Inhale. Exhale, chin back to center. Other side, breath in. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms reach out, gaze forward. Trikonasana. Big breath in, arms extend. Exhale, pull the palms into the heart. 2 more, big breath in. And out. 1 more. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, rebend your front leg. Reverse warrior. Stay for your breath out. Next inhale, straightens front legs. Stay for your exhale. 1 more big breath in, reach. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down. A little different this time. Left foot is your standing foot. Standing L is where we will meet. Hips stay square, pinky toe dials down. Option to stay right here, or, Alyssa, I know you're out there, feel free to find a little handstand kick or 2. Planting down through the hands, back leg is lifted. Your top leg that's lifted is your pendulum. It does not bend. Nothing wrong with staying right where you were in that standing L, making strength and length through your hamstrings. We'll all meet in a forward fold. Breath in, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, go through your flow. Downward facing dog is where we will meet. And back to your intentions. Back to your breath. Inhale, tippy toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, travel. Fold when you get there. Breath in for a half lift. Exhale to surrender. Inhale, rise. Ekapada. Left leg lifts. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in here. Exhale, warrior three. Big breath in, reach. Exhale to warrior one, heel comes down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the lower back right away this time. Opposite finger, opposite pinky, weird way. Inhale, reach. Humble warrior breath out. Head is heavy, sides of the neck are long. Your next inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Standasana to the back of your space. Left hand comes down, inhale, right arm reaches. Take it behind the lower back, find your bind, chin lifts with the breath in, lowers with the breath out. One full breath. All right, one more. Right arm extends. As you exhale, crawl your way to the top of your mat. Plant your left hand, lift your right. Stay for exhale. Squeeze the inner thighs to rise. Big breath in. Exhale, right hand to heart. Front of the room. Open it up, warrior two, feet and legs, inhale. As you exhale, hands come behind the lower back, front leg straightens, big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to sweep it to the right or left shoulder, we'll do both. Exhale, bring it down. One more inhale, reach. Exhale to lower. Inhale, chin lifts, arms do too. Trikonasana is where we will meet, shoulders back, hips forward. Shoulders forward, hips back. Big breath in. Exhale, palms to heart, elbows away. Inhale, reach. Exhale, strong side bodies. One more. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale to reach. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Reverse your warrior like you're high-fiving that wall behind you. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, straightens front leg. Stay for breath out. One more big breath into the right side body. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, square through the hips. Back leg lifts, standing L. Pinky toe is dialed down in the left leg. Soft bend in the standing leg. Feel free to plant your hands. Try a couple of handstand kicks on this side as well. The top leg is your pendulum. It does not bend. Bottom leg can pull into the sit bones with the heel, especially if that helps to take that banana out of the lower back. We'll all meet in a forward fold at the top of our mat. Big breath in. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, half lift, heels lift. Exhale to bend the knees a lot. Blocks can come under your hands if that's helpful. Toe balance pose is where we'll meet. Take your hands to your thighs. Begin to stack your shoulders up over your hips, ears over your shoulders. Inhale, arms reach up. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another, it helps. Exhale, hands to heart. Find something to look at that's not moving, not knee. Two more, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, pull it down. One more time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Start to lower your hips towards the earth. Reach the palms out in front of you, pointing up. Eventually, we come down to our sits bones for our boat pose. Remove any extra real estate you may be holding on to. Feet come together. Squeeze the balls of the feet together. Squeeze the knees together. That's tough for you. Find something to squeeze on. Woo. So we can engage through the inner thighs. Turn on your toes, your point, your flex, whatever you got going here. And then in that engagement of the balls of the feet reaching towards one another, the knees reaching towards one another, allows the shins to maybe float up parallel to the earth. Keep the shoulders down, the heart lifting. Breathe in here and out. One more big breath in, maybe arms reach up. As you exhale, hands to heart, slowly lower your heels towards the earth. Carefully squeeze them together, that helps. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Soft bend in the knees, inhale, half lift. Exhale, soften. 2 more breaths in your forward fold, maybe pointing and flexing through your toes. See how that changes this pose for you. And slowly start to walk the hands underneath the shoulders. The shoulders stack up over the hips. Take your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Left arm reaches out behind you. Maybe you reach this leg out. That seems a lot for the hamstrings. Feel free to bring the hand to the outside of the knee or the thigh, but sitting up nice and tall. And then you choose where the gaze goes. Maybe you reach your ear away from shoulder on that left side. Maybe the hand comes down, the leg lifts. You push down through the outside of the left hip. Feel that stretch down the outside of the thigh. I know a lot of us have been walking and biking a little more than normal. Hopefully, maybe. If not, it's okay too. And then take your left hand, bring it on the inside of that lifted foot. You can bend that knee as much as you'd like, and then start bending it a whole lot. Find some nice rotation through the left hip, feeling it roll around in its socket here. Again, hand can be behind me, can be here. I was blessed with really short legs and really long hamstrings. So, for me this feels good, but it doesn't have to feel good for you. Find something that feels good for you here. And then we're gonna take the inside of the foot, keep the knee bent, and we're gonna open up so that the right arm can rest on the inside of right leg. Left arm sweeps up overhead. As you exhale, option to move through some heart openers, or you can find a bind here, reaching the chin up towards the sky and then down towards the earth. Maybe somewhere in between. Maybe it's big circles with the left arm that would feel good for you. That heart opener I was talking about is this guy. You plant the hand, lift the hips. So find some freedom here. Go where you would like to go today. Soft bend in the knee, the extended leg. 3 to 5 more breaths to explore here. Eventually we will meet in a seated position with the legs out long, once again, facing the top of our space, shoulders over hips. Starting to bend now through the right leg. Left hand comes to the outside of foot, thigh, knee, something. Right arm reaches back behind you. Keep the spine nice and tall here. Feel free to bring the hand down. Find that little variation. Sometimes I like to hook my hand, my back hand, into the top of my hip and kind of encourage that openness down the outside now of your right thigh. And then the back arm reaches back behind you. One last time, inhale. As you exhale, it comes up and around, finds the inside, the right foot. Find a little hamstring stretch here. And then start to bend that knee a lot. And then straighten it out. Finding that hip rotation now on this side. Got a little crack going on in my knee here. It's okay when the body makes noises as long as they don't hurt. And then eventually we'll take the inside of the foot to the inside of the extended leg. Open up. This time left arm comes down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Finding that variation that you liked on the other side, or maybe this side requires something a little different. explore here. Back towards the top of your mat, legs out long is where we'll meet. Remove any flesh from the sit bones. When you're ready, take a big breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward, soften in the knees so that this can be all about the hamstrings. Leading this stretch with your heart as if you were going to hook your upper lip on your big toes. Maybe one day that happens, I don't know. Not for me. Maybe point and flex your toes. And then start to bring your hands under your knees. Help them up just a little so that they're, your feet can be flat here. And then we're gonna run our arms underneath our thighs. Relax your chin to your chest here. Maybe hands clasp opposite elbows, so you don't have to work too hard to keep this pose. And just have a moment here to go within. So notice how you're feeling right here, right now. To notice your breath moving in and out of your body, allowing that breath to nourish your intentions, nourish your breath, to nourish your soul even. Maybe the body follows suit. Your hands under your shoulders. Start to scoot your seat a little forward, coming all the way onto your back. Feel free to get there one vertebra at a time. One last little challenge here for the core. Squeezing knees together makes it a little easier. When you get there, extend your arms up overhead. Find a big pencil stretch like it's the first time you woke up today. Maybe it is, that's okay too. And then pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Hug yourself like you would like to hug every one of your friends right now. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Because right now we are our own best friends. Good time to explore maybe some nice chatter in your head. So what would your best friend say about you here? And tell yourself that from your inner best friend as you give yourself this nice cozy hug. Maybe rocking a little side to side like we do when we really hug someone we really love. And then relax your feet to the earth. Allow your arms to come to T. So you can windshield wiper knees left and right. Taking both legs eventually over to the right side of your body for a recline twist. You choose what the legs do. Maybe one wants to straighten, one wants to bend. Maybe both bend, both straighten, but breathe into your left side body. Feel the rib cage expand with inhale. Navel to spine as you exhale. 2 more breaths on the side. And then control your knees back to center. Maybe scoot your hips over. Knees now over to the left side body. You choose what happens with the legs. But breathe deeply into the right side of your rib cage. As you inhale, feel it puff up. Exhale, navel to spine. 2 more mindful breaths here. And exhale, coming back to center. I'm going to sit up so that you can hear me. You stay laying down because you're really close to Shavasana. So close that now is your chance to find any last pose that that your body is calling for before our final resting pose. We use this time to grab any props that may assist you in Shavasana. Trinity, do you want to come Shavasana with us? Come here. Come here. Come. You've chosen a pose that requires 2 sides. Please honor both sides. Sit. 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 Down. Feel free to cover up with any blankets. If you've got any lower back stuff going on, you may want to bring something underneath your knees. Create a little release for the lower back. You stay. You stay. And if you haven't already, slowly begin making your way to your final resting pose. Shavasana. Resting the backs of your eyes, your jaw, your teeth, your tongue, chest, your belly. Your shoulders peel away from one another. Your glutes soften underneath you. With each exhale, you surrender a little heavier into the earth underneath you. Feeling fully supported. Not only the earth underneath you, but all the other yogis everywhere in the world. When we come together and do this practice, it just gets a little stronger. Shavasana. Eka come together to heal ourselves, we help to heal the entire world. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, wrists and ankles, inviting some gentle movement back into your body. You're rocking your head side to side. Over to the left or right side body, and then slowly making your way up to a seated position. We'll all meet back in Sukhasana, ending class as we begun. Easy seated pose, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, hands to heart center. Take a full exhale here. Big, generous breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more big breath in. All the way out. Inhaling to prepare to Om. The light and the teacher in me bows with honor and respect to the light and the teacher in each of you. Namaste.